Welcome again, students. We are doing Ode to Evening by a great precursor of Romanticism, William Collins. And here we have seen in our previous videos that poet is addressing in this ode, addressing to evening, and he says that and personifying evening, and he says that he, in the previous stanza he says that evening can be compared to a serene maiden, and he invokes evening to teach him to sing some subdued or melancholy song which is very musical and very near to our heart. And at this time of evening, the poet is lost in his thoughts, but he greets the coming of the evening once again because he loves that genial loved return, because the poet loves the time of evening and because the evening is really lovable. And now, in the lines from 21 to 28, let us go through the text. For when thy folding star arising shows his pale circlet at this warning lamp, the fragrant ass and elves who slept in flowers the day, and many a nymph who wreathes her brows with sage and sheds the freshening dew, and lovelier still, the pensive pleasures sweet prepare thy shadowy car. And in this time of evening, the stars rise in the sky, and they show their faint circle of light. Stars begin to rise in the sky, and some faint and glimmering circles of light are seen in the sky, and they give the impression of a warning that night is about to fall, and the stars give the indication of the coming or the falling of the night. And in this manner, preparations are made for your dark chariot to carry on. And in this time of evening, you ride on your dark chariot to go forward. These preparations are made by the sweet smelling hours, and the hours are fragrant hours of the evening, and there are elves can be seen, and means fairies can be seen who slept in flowers the day, and the fairies who had been sleeping inside the flowers in the birds during the day, and they come out in the time of evening, and by many deities of the rivers and the trees, and many a nymph who wreathes her brows with sage and shed the freshening dew. So many deities of the rivers and the trees, the foreheads of these deities are covered with the grass which grows on the river banks. So it is supposed that the deities on their forehead are covered by the grass which grow on the river bank, and when they emerge from the river, drops of water fall from their bodies down to the ground, and this is a very beautiful scene. And we are to suppose that the deities have drops, dewy drops on their eyebrows, and when they wake up, the drops fall on the ground, and they, as soon as they emerge from the river, drops of water fall from their bodies down to the ground. and sheds the freshening dew, and lovelier still, the pensive pleasures sweet prepare thy shadowy car. But even more beautiful than those nymphs or deities are the sweet and thoughtful pleasures. Here, pensive pleasures. This is oxymoron here used, and sweet and thoughtful pleasures who join the hours are very beautiful, and the fairies and the nymphs in preparing your chariot means all the fairies, nymphs, all are engaged in preparing the evening time, which is riding on her chariot and carrying on towards night, and that time from evening towards the night time is so pleasant. Every flower is fragrant there, and the evening is full of fragrances, and there whole of the atmosphere is so soothing there. So evening is ready to carry on her chariot, and the atmosphere is somewhat dewy, and it goes on, and her eyebrows and her body is full of dew, and the dew falls on the ground. So students, this is this stanza is also contributing to the scene of evening and the pleasures and fragrances of evening, and the evening is eulogized here as well. So let us go for the next video, and we will take next few lines in our next video. Thank you.